What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive, bringing you guys our Week 12 matchup here against Chimpact. The St. Louis Rampardos are taking on the Philadelphia Scizors here in our final match of the season. Now, I will be playing with against Chimpact here on Pokemon Showdown. As you can see, we were all ready to get our match going on Wi-Fi, but he had some difficulties with his DS, and rather than trying to delay it any further, I just wanted the battle on Showdown to get it out of the way, and that was really our last option. So this is how it's going to go down. You can see the teams that we have right here. It looks like he's bringing Fortress, Dugtrio, Thundurus, Zoroark, Azu, and Cofagrigus. Again, this matchup or this game isn't really anything we have to stress about. We're just gonna have some fun and you know, hopefully pick up a W here at the end. But we're pretty much out of things. So I do have a question of the day: is who would you like to see win this season, the GBA championship? There's a couple really top teams. Chimpact is one of them. I think Gator's probably gonna make playoffs. San Francisco Arcaniners looks like. Let's see here. I think MV is in the playoff race and a couple other good teams. So let me know in the comment section below who you're hoping is going to win, and drop a like for some sympathy for our horrible season. Dani was supposed to be joining us, but she's unfortunately not feeling well at the time of us recording this. She's going to be fine, but she just doesn't feel that well right now. So I figured we would do our thing nevertheless. So here we go. We got our matchup. We're going to have some fun, and it's a little weird for me to be playing Showdown. I hate playing on Showdown in terms of league matches, but you know, we'll do our best here and see how things go. So in terms of leads, I'm thinking, you know, we're gonna be he's probably gonna lead Fortress. He could lead Cofagrigus. That could be kind of problematic for us. Trying to think of what I want to lead with. He's got a couple things that I could use Exploud on. I'm a little concerned about that Zoroark lead though. That's one of the things that scares me a little bit, is if he decides to lead Zoroark. So I'm thinking I could probably lead Terrakion. Terrakion does have that Focus Sash that kind of makes it so I can hit something really hard right off the bat. Obviously I can't really do much to the Cofagrigus, but at the very least I can try to get up my Stealth Rocks, break Sturdies on stuff, and hopefully whittle some things down. And that was kind of my dedicated lead. So I'm going to lead Terrakion here, and he is going to lead with his Fortress. So not exactly the matchup I wanted to see here. I don't have Taunt. Unfortunately, I changed Taunt on this thing, took that off. So I think what I want to do is this could actually be the Zoroark as well, so we do have to keep that in mind. Unless he's Scarf Zoroark, I'd imagine he just goes for Hazard. So I'm going to make a play into Victini, I think. Just kind of makes a decent amount of sense here. I can't really do, I mean, I can like close combat or try to Stone Edge, but realistically, like, we're not going to be able to do that much to him. We're going to lose our Sash either way here, so that's definitely kind of tricky. But I think just going into Victini here seems like a pretty solid play. So I'm just going to make the switch into Victini, because realistically, like, if he is going to be the whatchamacallit there, the Fortress. So I'm actually going to set up a substitute in front of this thing. His primary switching would probably be the Dugtrio, but I can set up a substitute here and kind of give ourselves an opportunity to, you know, take some hits. And I don't really know if this thing can break our sub unless he has Earthquake. I do have the Shukaberry, so not quite sure what we're gonna see here, but we do see the rocks on the Fortress, so not too big of a deal. He's gonna just go for Spike, so he's gonna Hazard Stack us, and I don't really have an option to deal with that. So I'm just gonna click Blue Flare here, and he's just gonna Hazard Stack us, and I'm just gonna have to try to beat him. A burn would be really nice here to potentially just like weaken this thing, but he's got the Lychee Berry to increase his attack, and he's gonna go for an Explosion there and get rid of our substitute. So kind of unfortunate there that we lose our sub, but you know what I can do here, chances are he goes to Dugtrio to try to trap us, at which point I go for Glaciate. And with the Glaciate, I will slow down the Dugtrio and allow us to outspeed it on the following turn. He's gonna go Azu actually, and he could go for an Aqua Jet here. Now I don't know whether he is banded or not. And I almost had, what's funny is I almost went with rocking the whatchamacallit. Let's see here. So Thunder doesn't knock him out. Aqua Jet does a tremendous amount to us. Looks like we could live a Choice Banded Aqua Jet. I'm leaning towards just clicking Thunder here, if I'm being totally honest, and I'm just gonna do just that. He could be a Zoroark too. Like, that's another thing we have to factor in here, is this could be Zoroark and not Azu. But there's really no way for me to know that. And for me to make a prediction here and switch out seems kind of not the best bet. So I'm just gonna go for the Thunder, and that is gonna be the Zoroark. So we kind of get some info there that it's the Zoroark, no big deal. This gives me an opportunity to go into my Terrakion if I would like to. Alternatively, we can go into our Clefable here and try to put some pressure on him. He could have the Sludge Bomb though, but Clefable actually deals with his team okay. I'm a little nervous about the Cofagrigus though, because it needs to be a little bit more weakened for us to do a whole lot to that thing. So maybe just going into Terrakion here, and firing off a potential Stone Edge, or maybe going for a double switch here, doubling out into yeah, let's do that. We're gonna go into Terrakion here, which will break our Sash. I had a feeling that was gonna be the Zoroark, but that's okay. And I'm gonna just double switch into the Exploud here, predicting the Cofagrigus, because realistically, I don't anticipate the Zoroark wanting to stay in. So I'm gonna make that prediction, and that he's gonna go Cofagrigus here, and we'll see what he wants to do. He could try to like U-turn or something, but he's actually gonna go for the extra sensory. So a little surprised to see that, because had I just stayed in and attacked, we would have probably been able to knock him out. But that's gonna put me in a really bad spot, because now I have to decide what I wanna do. Something is gonna take a big hit here. So unfortunately, I'm gonna make a switch back into our Terrakion, hoping he goes for Dark Pulse here. Not exactly the ideal situation, so good props to him. Maybe he's Focus Sash. And perhaps that Focus Sash is ultimately like why he decided to stay in there. So I'll just go to Terrakion here. Hopefully he goes for Dark Pulse. He does just do that. So we are gonna take the hit. He gets a crit, kind of a bummer, but we do get an attack raise there. I'm gonna just go for the Stone Edge here. And in case he decides to go into his Cofagrigus at this point in time, I know I'm faster than Zoroark. And a Stone Edge would knock it out. If he goes into his Dugtrio, that could be a bit problematic, but we do have a +1 attack increase here, and that is going to allow us to do a decent amount of damage to really anything that comes in. So a couple mispredictions on my part, and obviously we're dealing with hazard stacking. So he's gonna make the switch into Cofagrigus. We do miss the Stone Edge there, which is a pretty big bummer. I have an opportunity to set up Stealth Rocks here if I would like to, or I can Stone Edge for damage. Assuming he's max defense, I think that's kind of a bummer, because I'm pretty sure we would have two-hit shot him, or like 2 KO him, if we actually hit that. Let me take a look. Looks like it would have potentially been a 2 KO, not guaranteed. So I have to decide whether I think Stealth Rocks are more important or getting damage on this thing is more important. And that's kind of tricky, because I can go into Exploud on Cofagrigus and get a big hit off, but we may need to... Yeah, Boom Burst has a chance to knock him out, so that's why that chip damage is kind of a bummer. But I'm thinking it's my best interest to... I probably want to get T-Spikes up is really what I want to do. And Thundurus could come in, which could be problematic. Do I just want to go for a big Stone Edge here, or do I want that Stealth Rocks damage? I think I want the Stealth Rocks, so I'm going to go for the Stealth Rocks here, and he's probably going to either burn us or just knock us out with Shadow Ball. And he does just knock us out with Shadow Ball, so no big deal there. I have an opportunity to either go for the Toxic Spikes, or I can go into Exploud and just get a big hit off on this thing and try to knock it out. The problem is we need a little bit more chip damage, but I think just going into Exploud at this point in time is probably our best bet, and just hoping we can knock it out in one shot, assuming he's physically defensive. So we're just gonna click Boom Burst. At this point in time, like, Exploud is pretty weakened, and he does show that he does have some special defense, and he's actually got the Scrap. He's gonna skill swap us, so a little bit of heat there, making it so I actually can't touch him at this point in time, because now I have Mummy, which is pretty cool tech on his part that he did that. So I'll just go for the Boom Burst, because I can't do anything. I can't hit him, and he's gonna go for Shadow Ball, which doesn't touch us, but I can't really do anything. Let's see here. How much did I take from the entry before? Will it show me that? Let's see here. Wub is hurt by the spikes. I guess I could switch out and go into Toxapex here. I don't really have anything to switch in, so I'll go to Toxapex. We'll save that thing for Death Fodder, because he's pretty useless now. And he's gonna go for the Shadow Ball. I can easily take that. We get a Spadef drop, definitely a bit annoying. And the red card activates, which stinks, and of course it brings him into his Dugtrio. The worst thing it could have brought him into, the Dugtrio. And now I'm trapped. So that didn't work out at all, really. That was not what I wanted. I'm gonna just go for the T-Spikes, gonna Earthquake, and that does knock us out. Nothing I can do there. I could go Debra here, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna go Debra, and I'm just going to click Moonblast, and just hit something hard. Moonblast should two-shot the potential Cofagrigus coming in after Stealth Rocks. So we do have that going for us, and that Stealth Rock could prove to be crucial. So he's gonna go for the Earthquake there. Doesn't quite do that much to us. We do get a big hit off there. The problem is while I can endure here, get my Slackberry, if he does have the, if he does have Sucker Punch, he's gonna knock us out. So I have to endure here and just hope that, you know, he doesn't have Sucker Punch. It's very likely he does, but I don't even think we outspeed this thing after all that. So pretty sure we're gonna take an L here with Debra. He may not have full speed investment, but I don't know if he has Sucker Punch. If he has Sucker Punch, we're dead. So really not much I can do there. I can't switch out, obviously. So kind of bad luck with the Toxapex, not being able to get up the T-Spikes. Perhaps I should have Ice Beamed, actually. And he's going to go for the Earthquake and knock us out. So maybe if I Ice Beamed, it would have been a better situation for us. But it's okay. So I'm just going to go to Slurp here. Our levitating, you know, dude here. And realistically, there's not a whole lot I can do. I'm just going to click Flash Cannon here. He will be able to just switch out, and he's going to go right into Cofagrigus. This Flash Cannon probably will 2-hit KO, and it looks like it will. So I will be at least able to 2-hit KO this thing, and he's not going to expect me to be Scarfed at this point in time. But this match is pretty much over, my friends. Yeah, it is what it is. This will be the shortest GBA match in my history here, but it's all good. So I'm going to take this time here, since the game's pretty much over, to just thank you guys for supporting me throughout this season, the GBA. You guys have been awesome. Seriously, I know this hasn't been an ideal season for us. It's been quite a disappointment, but you know, at the end of the day, I still appreciate the fact that you guys support like you do. And you know, I think, you know, we have another league that we're doing right now, the NPA, and we're doing very well in that league, which is pretty exciting. And I'm just going to kind of keep focusing on that and just, you know, hoping to do well in that league. We're about to make a playoff push there, so that's really awesome. And I actually am going to be continuing playing in a different league after this season. So there's the Dark Pulse. So this is the Zoroark once again, which there's not much I can do to this thing. I have to lock myself into a move. And that move is going to still be Flash Cannon. So he's going to Dark Pulse, and that is going to do a lot of damage to us. Flash Cannon comes off, we get a crit, and there goes the illusion, and almost knocks him out, but not quite going to be enough. So that's a GG to Chimpact. But big shout outs to my friends Gregulator and Cross, Omar, and Callum, all you guys for helping out this season and just being awesome. And thank you to the aDrive Army for watching these matches and supporting what I do. Get hyped for the NPA, guys. That's the end of our season, and I gotta tell you guys, I am very glad that it is over. It has not been a great season for us. It has been incredibly disappointing. I'm very disappointed in myself, and I said in the team builder, it's funny, the team builder is gonna be longer than the match, but I did say in the team builder, you know, I have no one to blame but myself for this season. I didn't play well is what it comes down to. You know, I didn't do as well as I could have. There's a lot of factors that I think contribute to that. I think the fact that I did 2 leagues at the same time, you know, right now in terms of my YouTube stuff and my Twitch stuff, I've been just incredibly busy otherwise. 2 leagues is a lot. I will never do 2 leagues at the same time again. That is definitely something. And I mentioned just kind of the GBA doesn't feel like the GBA to me anymore, and you know, I don't think I'm the only one who feels that way. So, you know what I mean? We're going to really reconsider kind of how we approach this in the next season if we do continue to play in the GBA next season, which at this point in time seems incredibly unlikely, if I'm being totally honest. So I wish the rest of the GBA players the best, of course, heading out the playoff race here. Definitely props to Chimpact, of course. He's a tremendous battler. Great guy, guys. So check out his channel, of course. And I think that's it. I'm not going to do any crazy recaps for this season. It was incredibly disappointing, but that's okay. I'm not upset about it, dude. Like, I'm all good. You know, I know I kind of have a somber tone to this video, but I'm honestly not like upset or anything. It is what it is. So I'm just really excited about the NPA. I think we have a great team, and I think we have a really good chance to make a championship run there in that league. So thank you again, guys. That's gonna be it for me, guys, for the last time for the GBA. My name is Dan. I'm the coach of your St. Louis Rampardos, and I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Peace.